Hi, I'm Danny and these are my Diecast Disasters. In this video I'm going to do a custom restoration on this little Hot Wheels 1975 Corvette Stingray, and this was sent to me by Ken, and you can see me unboxing it in one of my recent videos. So thank you again to Ken. Let's take our little Corvette off of the turntable and have a closer look at it. Hot Wheels produced this model from 1976 all the way through till 2016, and this is the 94 version, I think. As you can see, it's all here. The windscreen's in pretty decent condition there. It was originally white. Somebody's given it a jolly good few coats of paint. I think the main thing with restoring a little car without a lot of trouble is that the windscreen is intact generally. So there's two posts holding this together. We'll drill those out. Nice and easy because it's got a thick metal base and a nice thick casting for the body as well. I notice, however, these older Hot Wheels often don't have details like door linings and things, which is sort of different than what you might have seen with the Matchbox at the time. So there's the base. The interior and windscreen is all one piece. It's kind of different, so the interior is transparent there. And there's the body casting. We'll strip the paint off of that. So I'll put some paint stripper on it. And that white paint underneath was actually pretty tough. You can see the stuff on top just dissolves straight away. I had to leave this about 5 or 10 minutes for the white paint to shrivel up much. Okay, so now I could wash all that paint off with some water, and it looks like this. So that's nice, clean looking casting. I don't really have to do any tidying up on it, apart from the obligatory clean up with the wire brush on the Dremel. Once I'd burnished it, I can drill out the two posts here using a 1.7mm drill, and then I'll tap them with a 256 tap, and then I can use a couple of little 256 button head screws to hold it back together when I'm finished. So here is our Corvette casting, all cleaned up and tapped and ready for some paint. So I've decided I'm going to paint this Corvette in a candy blue. Start out with a nice fresh coat of silver. Then I gave it a sort of mid-heavy coat of the candy blue. So I think this will be about 3 or 4 light coats. Next, I've detailed in the tail lights and the grills there. Then I'm going to print out some little 75 Vet license plates just on some A4 paper. then I'll cut one of those out. Just print a few extra because you're probably going to mess one up while you're cutting them out. And then I'll use a little bit of watered down PVA glue to apply the license plate on the rear there. And then, oh sorry, that's going out of focus a bit. And then once that had dried, I gave it all a couple of nice coats of gloss clear. So we'll put that aside till later and move on to the base. So first of all, I'm going to just take those old wheels and axles out because we'll replace those. There, it's not painted, but it's pretty grubby and oxidized, so we'll give it a good clean up with the wire brush as well. A little bit of paint on the edge there, and yeah, just mainly oils and oxidation. So this model was designed by Larry Wood, and yeah, first released in a Flying Colours series in 1976. And there's also a 4x4 version of this casting called the Monster Vet. Be good to find one of them sometime. Right, now that's nice and shiny. These are the wheels I'm going to be putting on it. These are actually some of the few aftermarket wheels I can find with large and small for the Hot Wheels cars. So there, I've put those on. Now I'll move on to the windscreen. So a bit of paint on there. Other than that, it's all in pretty good condition. There's a little scuff on the windscreen, but it's not so noticeable. But I'm going to want to remove that paint and give it a clean, and the easiest way to do that is with some hot water and some caustic soda. So I've got a jar of hot water from the tap, and I'll put a spoonful of caustic soda in it. Then I can just drop the windscreen in. I left it in there maybe 3 to 5 minutes, and then I can tip out the caustic soda and rinse it all off, and the paint just pretty much rubbed off. So there's how it's all looking now. As I mentioned, apart from a little scuff, I think that windscreen's looking fine, so I'm not going to do anything else to it. But I'm going to mask it off in the rear windscreen and just give that odd transparent interior a coat of black. And then I can just snap the windscreen back down, and it's ready to go back in the car. So here's our parts. I've got a couple of little screws there that I had to cut down a bit short because the posts aren't very long. So I just pop in the interior and the base fits on there, and then 2 little button head 256 screws to hold it together, and it's all pretty much done. So we won't turn the finished car over just yet. First we'll take just a quick look back at what we started with. So here is our Hot Wheels Corvette Stingray, looking a right mess with all that paint all over it. But I think hiding under there somewhere is a pretty cool classic American sports car from the 70s. So let's tidy up a bit and see how it looks. And here it is, our finished custom restored Hot Wheels Corvette Stingray. It's been stripped down, all that thick messy old paint removed and repainted with a nice neat looking candy blue. It's also had the interior painted black rather than transparent, and that nice new set of aftermarket wheels on it. I think it looks a lot cooler. Let me know what you think in the comments down below. Before I go, a shout out to my Patreons. Thanks heaps for supporting the channel. Check out the links below. There's a link to my other channel, to my Patreon, and where you can get some cheap glue. And thanks heaps to you for watching this video. I hope you enjoyed it. If you did, why don't you subscribe so you can see more videos similar in the future. Take care, and I'll catch you in the next one.